not being able to ask for help, feeling like I had to do everything myself was a trauma response.
Mm-hmm.
And that I wanted to change that. And so it was like, okay, I'm going to get a personal trainer. I'm going to hire a business coach, like all these things. And so literally, like, it's really not an exaggeration. I thought the worst part of this is going to be paying for it. And I even set it up, like I opened a business account. So like I put it on my business credit card. I got it like 10% of that cost back from opening that credit card. And I had all the money in the bank to pay for it in cash. It was still so hard to do it. And, I remember being on the call with you and you being like, hey, so how does this sound? And I specifically said, I knew that I was in 100%, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to sleep on it because I wanted my nervous system to feel the experience. I wanted to let my body experience what was happening and go through the whole cycle, because I've definitely bought things as a trauma response before, and then regretted it. And then the thought loops start after that of like, oh my God, what did I do? And like this whole cycle. So I was like, no, I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm 100% going to do it, but I'm just going to let this play out because I want to grow. Like I want this to be a growing experience. And then, yeah, I thought it was going to be downhill from there. And it's been nothing but, like you've said it before. And I really think it's true. Like being in a mastermind like yours is like being in a ceremony for a year. It's just like this constant up and down, like growth, expansion. And yeah, I don't know, like hearing what you said, I guess I don't feel like there's any other choice. Like I don't look at it as like, well, maybe I'll quit. Like that thought just doesn't enter my mind. And maybe I think part of that is that I have had a job, like a job during this year. So it's not like I'm not freaking out financially of like, oh my God, I need to sell another course or book another client. Otherwise I'm not going to be able to pay my rent, you know? But that was also kind of my intention getting into entrepreneurship from the get-go, was like, I'm pretty miserable at my job and I get paid really well to do it. So if I want to be miserable doing something to get paid, I might as well just stay where I'm at. Like I want this to be fun to some degree, like I want to do something that like lights my soul up, that like is calling to my purpose and like connecting to who I want to be and the way I want to show up in the world. Because the reality is like the world doesn't need more business process analysts. Like that's my job and I'm good at it. And I've been doing it for like 10 years. I get paid very well for it. But that was where I came to, is like the world doesn't need more people doing that. The world needs more people that are like being of service, helping other people out of their darkness, and um I still get like really weird sometimes about like being in the role that I'm in, because I feel like sometimes people are like, oh my God, thank you so much. And I'm like, you're the one that's doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm holding space. I'm the reflection. Like I'm maybe setting an example, hopefully. Right. But like you're doing the work. I'm just here, and they're like, no, but you created this container. Like you created the space for it to happen. And I'm like, okay, thank you, but like, don't thank me, thank yourself for showing up for yourself, for doing the work.